Hello, today we are going to make a daisy, which is for all the G-Dragon fans out there, missing a petal. So this is inspired by the fashion line of GD, and it is crocheted. Now this is a little bit different than the one on the clothing, so I used a different yarn. I'm using a little bit of a stretchy jersey weight yarn that has a little bit of a stretch to it. I like that because it gives the petals some curve. But if you want a more flat flower, you can use just a normal worsted weighted yarn and you'll get that effect. For the center part, I'm actually using that same textured yarn that I had in my worry worm video. So it sticks to your fingers and it's a little bit soft. So that's what I'm using for the center. If I can now find the end of my yarn, we can get started. Oh, here. Goodness. That's why it's in a big mess and not a ball. Okay, so to start, we're going to make a magic loop. I like to wrap it around my finger twice. I'm using a 4mm needle, if anyone's curious. Pull it through, chain 1 to make a magic loop. Inside my magic loop, I'm going to do 6 single crochets. So put the needle in, wrap over, 2 on your needle, yarn over, go through both. Do that 6 times. So 1 is finished. Now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should look like this. I'm going to now pull my other string of my magic loop to make it into a little circle. Go into the top of the first single crochet. Now this yarn, it's hard to see the stitches, but the top of the first single crochet is here. You can just go into one loop or both, and then just do a slip knot to close your circle. So we now have a circle of 6 single crochets. We're going to chain 1 to start round 2. Round 2, we're going to go into each of those 6 single crochets and single crochet 2. So here we have 1, and in the same stitch, we do another. So there will be 2 stitches in that one. Go into the next single crochet and another in the same stitch. Now we have 4. We're going to keep going till we have 12 stitches around, 2 in each of the previous row single crochets. And goodness, I've lost count, so let's do a quick check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we now have 12 stitches and we are finished round 2. I'm going to do one final round. In this final round, I'm going to just continue on in the going around. I'm going to do 2 stitches in the first. So 1, 2. But in the next, I'm just going to do 1 stitch. And then repeat all the way until you have 18 stitches going all the way around. So because I did 2 in the first and I just did 1, I'm at 3 now. This one will have 2, which makes 4, 5. The next stitch has 1, 6. Next stitch 2, 7, 8. Next stitch 1, 9, next stitch 2, 10, 11, next stitch 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Can now cut the string, leaving a tail to weave in the ends, pull it through. The center of the flower is complete. So it will be a total of 18 stitches around. Now the original G Dragon flower does have 19 petals. Mine has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I have one less. So if you did want to make it with more petals, you would have to add another stitch in this row of yellow. However, it will not be a beautiful flat circle. So keep that in mind. So I would like to weave in the ends for this before I move on because they bother me so much. So I'm just gonna attach my sewing needle here and go towards the back and hide these ends in. Then it's time to attach our white yarn and start on our flower petals. So now we are going to move on with the white yarn. So to start, you're just going to make a slip knot. And you're going to insert the needle where we finished off. So you can see where I finished my round into really anywhere on the circle, but I like to start where I finished. And attach this new color by pulling it through and chaining 2. Actually, we're going to chain 8, I apologize. So that's 1 chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to work into the second chain from the hook. So that is this one. So we have chain 1, chain 2, we're working in this one, chain 2. And we are going to do a half double crochet. So we're going to yarn over before we go into the hole. Yarn over again, and with 3 on our hook, yarn over and go through all. Then we're going to do a double crochet in the next one. So yarn over before you go in, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over another time and pull through everything. And we're going to do another double crochet. And another. And one final one. Next is a half double crochet. And in the final stitch, a single crochet. Don't wrap anything, just put the needle in, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through both. Now we will go into the next stitch on the yellow and do a slip stitch to attach our first petal. Now it will curl, but that's what's great about this jersey fabric. You can bend it any way you like, and it's pretty stiff. Now we're going to repeat that petal process over and over again until we get as many petals as we like. So I'll do it a little bit quicker. Chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the second chain from the hook, a half double crochet, which is followed by double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, another half double crochet, single crochet, and slip stitch into the next yellow chain. And repeat. Chain 8. Half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. Double crochets until you have just 2 left. And the last 2 are going to be a half double crochet and a single crochet. And we're going to continue this same pattern until you have as many petals as you like. So you can see now we have 3, starting to look like a pretty flower. This is just a pattern I made from looking at the picture. So again, this is not an official video of how to make the GD one, but it's pretty similar and it's very cute, and you can add it onto your bag or really anywhere. Make a key ring. And it's great for spring with flowers. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead now, and I will meet you back here when we get to the end. We're not going to continue with the last petals. We're going to leave a space so that we have that gap for our missing petal. Although if you're going to use these flowers for something other than the G-Dragon style, you can do petals all the way around. So I'll see you back again soon. Okay, I'm almost all the way around the flower, and as you can see, my petals are all folding up. Now this one I just did 16, and I want to leave a bigger gap. This one, remember, was 18. I'll just show you the difference when there's a bigger gap and a smaller gap. It's kind of more obvious, of course. Now when you finish, you just have to cut it and end off. And then you just have to weave in these 2 ends. And what I will show you is this great stretchy yarn is going to be good for shaping the petals. So they're all curved now, but as you will soon see, you can form them how you like. Maybe you like curved petals on your daisy, but they are nice and stiff, so it's easy to work with them. Oh, does anyone else hate weaving in their ends? I love crocheting, but I do not like weaving in my ends. Although even when you can't see the back of my project, I always do it. So I feel too guilty if I don't and just leave it messy. Okay, so now we have our flower, and you can see the difference between the one I've already shaped the petals with and this one. So you can just go through each one and shape it with your finger and curve it the opposite way, lay it flat. And this material is going to just mold with your finger. So you don't really even have to block it. It will just naturally stay nice and stiff like this. Let's compare the difference with this one and the one I made prior with 18 petals, and you can decide for yourself which one you prefer. Oh, and if you can hear in the background, that sound is my laundry finishing, which shows you how long it took me to do all the way around. There we go. So here we have with the 16 petals, and here we have with the 18 petals. I prefer 16 actually. I think I'm going to make this into a key ring. Thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I think that's what other YouTubers say. Anyways, have a lovely, happy day.